Hey you guys, here's some of my thoughts on COVID-19. Let me know what you think. Peace, everyone. So I'm doing my rising meditation with the sun rising, and I'm thinking the two things that's really been on my mind as far as getting the message out is affirmations and mental health. Mental health especially, because not only do our society weigh on our mental health, but the government is fucking with us too. Because I talked to someone this rising, and she was saying, like, I don't want to take the vaccine, but they're saying I have to at my job, and I don't really want to, but I guess I have to because this is how I pay my bills. And I'm just like, I gave my advice. My advice is, for one, if you are thinking about doing it, which a lot of people have got the vaccine because of their job, and not realizing just because nothing happens this year or next year doesn't mean it's not a long-term thing that can happen later on in life. So what I would tell you guys is to get a form, and I'll get the form name. It's on my Dreammakers page. But if you get a form and have your job sign it before you get the vaccine, saying that they are responsible if anything happens. Now, anything from the littlest thing, you might have a big medical bill that you got to pay because you got the vaccine because you wanted to stay at your job. Make sure that they're reliable for that at the end of the day. People have kids. That's why I said people have kids. She has kids. We don't have time to be playing around just because you know what I'm saying? And I understand. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be less compassionate with the people that got it and why they got it, and the fear, and them feeling like, oh, if you don't get it, you're getting people sick and all this other type of stuff. I understand all your perspectives. I don't give a fuck. What I care about is my point when it comes to my body, right? Your body, your choice. But there's people that don't want to do it, that their job is mandating them to do it. And for one, me and my thoughts, if I did have a job, which I haven't had in years, but if I did, when they told me some shit like that, I'm definitely quitting. But if you're not able to have that mindset to quit right then and there, when they fucking try you, then I want to tell you, make sure you get that form and say, oh, you want me to get a vaccine? Well, if you actually really chose to do it, don't do it because of peer pressure and the government trying to peer pressure you into doing some shit. Do it because you really want to, not because of my job and things like that. That aggravates me. That boils my motherfucking genetics. Okay? Because that's ridiculous. But I would say, first, get the form. Second, maybe try to find a different job. Maybe try to work for better corporations. A lot of times these are big corporations connected to the government. They're like, you know what? Or they're corporations that are sellouts and all they're doing is trying to make money off of you. Did you know that if you hold a business or a restaurant, a club event, and it says vaccinated only, that all these scaredy cat vaccinated people will come? Because they feel like they need to be around only vaccinated people. They will come. So then it becomes a money grab. You guys, a money grab. So there's businesses that don't give a fuck about a mask, that don't believe in COVID, but they're going to tell you, you can only come in here if you're vaccinated because they're trying to make money. It's actually a money grab. Your event, your restaurant will sell out if you say vaccinated only. So I want to let you know, this is a lot of peer pressure going on. This is a lot of manipulation in the news. You can't get it. You can't even watch the news, or let alone YouTube, or let alone any damn near social site without them saying some shit about COVID, okay? Or without you hearing fake stories, real stories, and getting confused and being like, you know what? Peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? This is how it happens. And this is probably how it's been happening throughout our history. But we're actually seeing it full effect in a different way because we have social media now. So I need the people that are strong-minded, that are like, you know what, I'm going to stand for something. You are not going to just be able to say, look, COVID's going on, so everybody needs to wear a mask, everybody needs to get vaccinated. You know what, you have to do it, or you ain't going to be able to drive, or you ain't going to be able to fly. No, we need people to stand up against that, to say, you're a government, but you're not going to come in and impose on our free will, on the way that we want to be able to run our own lives. These are our lives. Like, come on now. We allow you to govern us. Don't take it to that level. Especially nowadays when there's light workers, there's people that seeing the truth, that seeing through all the lies, that the generational lies that has been going on because of the society. I'm not talking down all the way. America there's good and bad in everything, right? I'm never talking down. If I hated America so much, I would leave this bitch. But obviously there's certain things in America, and I could just see it could be better. And I could just say, like, we have to stand up, because it's bigger than a shot sometimes. If you can look at it on this level, it's government trying to gain control. Okay? And whatever else agenda or intentions that they may have that we don't fucking know, because control is what they need in order to keep the shit running. I understand that. I'm not trying to go against the government in a sense. I'm just saying, you're not finna fucking tell us that this is, because look, this is the first step. And I know this has happened many times, right, with different vaccines, but this one's a little bit different. We see we see without even like physical contact, the manipulation the media is doing to people. A lot of people are seeing through that and understanding how the news has been manipulating us for years. For fucking years, telling us all the negative things to get us in a state of fear. When you're in fear, it's hard to think clear. Okay? So, try to find a different job. Maybe the universe is telling you to start a career. Maybe the universe is telling you, come together. We need to come together. We need to have more unity. We have to come together. We have to come together and stand up for something. I'm talking right now. I'm just talking to the people that look and saying, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that shit. I'm not getting vaccinated. You know, keep your job. I don't need to go there. I don't need to use your restaurant. I don't need to do this. You're not getting my money. I quit. You know what? I quit. I quit. I'm not getting vaccinated. So we need people to stand up, because it's not just about COVID. It's not just about that. It's about something bigger, right? It's about saying, no, you're not going to control us like that. Not like that. If I choose to, that's a certain story. If you manipulate me and scare me into getting a vaccine, that's a different story. But when you tell me I have to get a vaccine in order to do this, I don't want to do that. You know what? I don't even want to do that. Actually, I just want to create my own business, my own government, damn near, and do my own shit. You know, if you're going to try to impose on me like that, because there's something called human will. There's something called free motherfucking will. You know? And you're not going to impose on me. So I want the people that are thinking like that to stand together. And to know that it's a bigger principle than just to, okay, I'm peer pressured enough. Let me just get the shot because all my family, all my friends, all that. I'm not saying all the way fuck your family and friends. All I'm saying is don't let them peer pressure you when you do it, because they're scared. They're in fear. And when you're in fear, you'll do things without even caring about the next person. A lot of people that chose through their own mind, through God, not to do that shit, their family is peer pressuring them to do it. Oh, you can't come to the family events. Okay. I create my own family. I create my own fucking family. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't let your people, nobody peer pressure you into doing something you don't want to do. Stand up for your rights. Because if we don't, now I'm saying on a bigger level than just the COVID and the health industry, and realize the health industry is a big business, baby. They need you sick in order for you to come back. They need to keep continuously giving you prescriptions, because that's how they make money. It's how money is circulated through energy. It's like this. You give and get, like this. Pull, push. That's how it is. So in any business, in the big business of America, it's going to be like that. So we have to understand it's good and bad and everything, but some things is just about that money, because this is America. This is America. It's about that money. So what the paper is called an assumption of liability. and making sure a representative, a liable representative, is there when they sign over that form at your job, at the schools, at the doctor's office. Make sure somebody is there to sign over their liability for if anything happens after you take a fucking shot that they want you to take. Okay? And other than that, what I would say is quit that job. Just quit the job. Go get unemployment and figure out something different. Yeah. I know a lot of people, oh, my pride. I won't want to get unemployment. I'm not that type of person. Blah, 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 blah. Go get unemployment, okay? Or what? The government, come on now. Government's offering you unemployment. Quit your job, go get unemployment. and you know what? Just say, like, if you really want to stand, you know what I'm saying? Or if you want to go and get the shot, get the form. And I think that's about it that I have to say on this COVID thing. I don't want to come out like a lot of people do and be like, oh, COVID's a fake, it's a lie. I don't know. But what I do know is that our bodies is a powerful mechanism. And if you continuously work on your immunity, and your immunity is not only to do with your environment or the food that you eat, what you drink, your habits, the people that you're around, it also has to do with stress, okay? A lot of people are under stress before this shit happened because of working for a job. So sometimes you have to let go of all that shit, all the things that you thought you knew. You had to go to this. Your kids have to go to school. They don't have to. You have to go to work. You don't have to. Especially now when you can go and get unemployment and do like that. Or move in with somebody. Start to move in with somebody. We need to come together anyway. So how about you and your homegirl go get a place. Y'all and the kids stay together. All right, to cut down the bills. You know, things like that. Start a business. Start a fucking business. At the end of the day, you need to be doing that anyways. A side hustle, something. You know, don't just rely on this system. I mean, it's been reliable to a degree, but have to understand when there's hierarchy, there's going to be people at the bottom, and that's how it has to be. The people at the bottom have to understand that they are very powerful. Don't think that because you're at the bottom that you don't hold this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? You hold the things up, so you hold the system up. Your energy holds the system up. So once you stand up and say, you know what, I'm not giving my energy to this system. I'm not giving my energy to this job because of this, and that. Then that job and this system will have to say, you know what, we need your energy in order to survive. So, okay, I'm going to do what you say. But if we're allowing the government to manipulate us into doing certain things that we really don't want to do, that is the biggest issue. That's going to be an issue. That's going to be our downfall. So we have to understand ourselves in this time. Look, maybe it's just time. I know you want to hold on to that job. I know you've been like a robot for years and years and years doing the same thing over and over. But at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't. You don't want to get a shot, you're gone. You're gone. So I've been doing for like 10 years, encouraging people to be entrepreneurs. So that's something that I would definitely tell you to do. Just look into it. At least start now. And yeah. So I won't sit around and say, oh, it's not real and don't believe it and just go out and don't care about masks and all this shit. I don't know. You know, what I heard that makes a little bit of sense is that the people that got vaccinated are the ones that's giving the unvaccinated this type of strand or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But what I do know is also that, like I said, keep your stress down. And sometimes quitting that job without vaccine or no whatever, quitting that job helps you to be a better person. Therefore, taking stress off of you. It's like letting go of dead weight. And now you feel more free. So sometimes you just got to do that. Some people are scared because they don't know what's on the other side. They don't know what's to come. They know what's going to come if they continuously work. Some people don't even want to do something else to make more money because they don't know. They don't want to open a business because they don't know what's going to happen. They don't realize that hard work's going to pay off. You give all your hard work to that job. Why don't you give it to yourself? 8 hours a day to that job. Why don't you give it to yourself? Yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes time. Of course, you're probably not going to get a check on time each Friday or whatever the fuck for your minimum wage or whatever it is. Like, that's not going to happen. But throughout time, it at least gives you back your energy. You're giving your energy to yourself instead of someone else. You know what I'm saying? So peace, everyone. I think that's about it. If I have something more to say on this COVID situation, I will come back on and I will run my mouth. Peace. Have a nice day.